Hey there, how you doing? I'm sure you may have heard about that winter storm that we're expecting on the island. It's one of the reasons why I wear my trusty boar's head sweater. Truly a work of art. If you can get your own boar's head sweater, I highly recommend it. For now, I'm just trying to stay warm. I hope you've got yourself something to bundle up in if you need to go out. Even right now, before things are starting, it's pretty cold out there. I heard that 50% of the island's population is at the supermarket right now. Truly, I do hope that there's something there by the time we go. Because we ought to before this all goes down. Even right now, it's quite cold before the storm. And therefore, I do hope you have something warm for when we do need to go and pick some things up. Can you think of anything that we might have to get while we're out there? I think we should pick up at least 400 rolls of toilet paper for the weekend, just in case we get snowed in. And of course, we need to get some powder lose heat and lose the refrigerator. It's just going to warm up. Even since we have no power, it'll just spoil immediately. So, 400 rolls of toilet paper, 100 packets of powdered milk, and what else? At least 100 cans of canned food. That being said, what kind of cans would you like to get? I feel like if we have corn, it'll be too cold and our tongues might freeze. To hit the tire store too, or maybe the dealership, to get a 4-wheel drive pickup truck. You know how dangerous those roads can be, especially with the potholes around here. So, just in case the power does go out, you do have the backup generator prepared, right? I feel it getting colder already. I'll make sure to get plenty of gas for it. I think that gas is pretty alright right now. The cheapest place I can go to is about $3.50 or so. So we'll deal with it from there. Yeah. I agree. I was thinking you ought to bring something like 5 gas kits, 10, maybe 10 gas kits, just to be safe. Okay, maybe 12 or 15, just so we don't need to do 20, just so that we don't have to go out again, or in case they run out of gas, we'll get 27. Just to be completely on the safe side, 35 should be okay. I mean, it's gonna last the whole weekend, the storm, so we might want to get 40 just in case we run out of power. I don't really just trust the PSEG or whatever they call it. I think it's the PSEG. So something like 50 should be okay. I don't know how many gallons are inside of one gas can, but 50 cans should be okay. Just in case we run out of power for the weekend, so don't you worry. We're still gonna have internet if if, 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 God has yet to strike down upon thee. So, I imagine he would want us to be able to get on Twitter if we need to. We've gotten lucky so far. Some say it's global warming, but there have been years where we've had green Christmases. This year, we had a white Christmas, but at the same time, this is the first severe winter storm of the year, of the winter, including last year. It's late January, early February, so that's a late winter storm. Hopefully, we won't be getting some in March, and the winter's just getting shorter, not moving to the side a little bit. Regardless, we'll be completely prepared if we need to survive, and this becomes an apocalypse scenario. I'm going to make sure to grab some gallons of water. I will make sure to grab some gallons of water, no problem whatsoever. We wouldn't want to run out of water after all. Just think about it. The hose hasn't worked for weeks. What if the water pipes freeze as well? At that point, they could even burst. Right? So, water. Right? So, water. Sure to get enough for us to survive the weekend. The question is, how much water should we acquire? Well, there are a few things to consider. For example, we need to consider the fact that the pipes might freeze over, so we should fill the bathtub, the bathroom sink, the kitchen sink, any buckets we might have here, the toilet. Every bowl in the kitchen that doesn't have holes in it. We should even get enough to fill every spoon in the kitchen in case the rest of what we have runs out. Even the four-wheel drive pickup truck that we're about to get. I think we ought to take a tarp and fill up that back of the truck with gallons of water as well. It might freeze over, sure, but at the same time, as long as we have it, and as long as we have gallons of water, we should be just fine for the weekend. On top of that, we also ought to grab gallons of water just on their own without filling several different things that we have here. On top of everything everything that we fill up in the house, we should have gallons of water. Or jugs of water, which are more than a gallon. And so, the question now is how much we should get. Well, we do have the bathtub, every sink in the house, the toilet, the truck, every bowl in the house, every spoon in the house filled up with water. We also have the pool in the back, don't forget. So the question now becomes, how much should we get? Well, considering all the water we have here, other than the pipes, because we can't trust them anymore, I think that one or two, maybe like 4 or 5 should be just fine, because unless we're both drinking quite a bit a day, plus who wants to drink out of the toilet, so maybe like 5 or 6 or 7, it never hurts to have more, so 10 should be fine. I mean, it's not like we're not going to use it. It's water. Plus, I mean, maybe after the apocalypse or the winter storm weekend, we can use that water anyway to shower and bathe. So maybe about 15 or so should be just fine. I'll grab them myself. Don't worry, you don't have to help. I can pick them all up, and it might take 2 trips. That's fine to grab 20 of them or so. As long as we have the pickup truck, that should be fine. I'm going to head to the dealership to prepare for this weekend, and also have to head to the tire shop. And if we're getting new tires, I'm sure the truck can handle 25 jugs of water or so. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I love the supermarket there. I mean, it's going to be super busy because of this storm, but that's fine. Just to show our local business some support. Maybe we'll get 30 jugs of water, 32, 30, 37, maybe something like 37 should be fine. But plus, like I said, we're always going to use water. So